So previously we were logged in as a user, and what we saw was dashboard, inspections, problems, trending data and reports. Now in this short video demo I'm going to show the functionality that WEBCOR has as a super admin. Now when we're logged in as a super admin, we have this gear wheel here, view and configure settings. If I click that, we get clients, sites and contacts, inspections and KBLs, users and email notifications. In this video I'm going to concentrate on clients, sites and contacts and how we can control, adjust, edit these three areas. So I'm going to click this here. It brings us to this screen: clients, sites, regions, countries and contacts. The ones we're mainly interested in are clients, sites and contacts. Okay, so if I were to add a new client, for example, then I would go to this button here. Now in there I can add the client name, so we could call it, for example, ABC Engineering. Oh, let's get that spelled correctly. Now we can parent this to any other site. So for example, we may have another company who deals with the actual end user themselves, so we could parent that. In this case I'm not going to. So status would be active. We can set a default contact. You've got VAT number, company number, and we can also choose a logo. Choosing this logo here would mean all the reports end up with their logos in the corner. So when they log in, instead of seeing TI thermal imaging or anything else, it would say ABC Engineering with their logo. So I click save. Now this is where I would add a new site, and I'm going to assign that to ABC site 1 to ABC Engineering. So we put address, postcode KT9 345. Now at this point here I would select the client, so we'll say ABC Engineering. That's now assigned this site to this client, and the status is active. There's no parent as we've previously suggested. Now lastly, the last thing we want to set up really is a new contact. So what we do is select the site, ABC Engineering, and there's one site in there. If I select the all, so any subsequent sites added to that client will automatically be added to this name here. So we could call him Steve Jones, for example. Steve at abcengineering.co.uk. We can put a number in there, telephone number in there, position, for example, responsible electrical person. Status is active, approved, yes. Now here we can see, we can adjust which notification emails he will get. So if I were to select all, he would get a notification email when his account's created, when his account's registered, upon account request, when he's forgotten his password, inspection completed, return set up, knowledge base library adjustments, open problems, problem report, re-inspection due, re-inspection overdue, trending data report. The ones I'm going to select here really are the ones which he's probably going to be most interested in. So inspection completed would be a good one. Open problems, that means that whenever there's open problems on his inspection, he will get emails every 3 days to suggest that he needs to tidy up these problems, set the remedial actions, adjust the statuses, etc. And the other one, of course, which is really important, re-inspection due, re-inspection overdue. I'm going to click save. So now what we can do is schedule up an inspection. So we go to the inspections tab, add new, we can put a reference. Okay, we can choose the site here, ABC Engineering. ABC sites, Steve Jones. Next. Inspection start date would be today, the 17th. We could say it starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll have a yearly inspection on that, 12 months. So notification emails will be sent to him on month 11. Finishing one-day inspection on the 17th, and it would be an electrical. Or any type. In actual fact, I'm going to need to use this anyway, so I'm going to use, no, I'll use electrical on this one actually. Okay, click next. Now this is where we would assign our engineer, Rich Wallace. This is where it primes which inspections to download to TICOR. So now when I pick up my TICOR field software and I click download, this particular inspection has been assigned to me, so it'll automatically come into my TICOR field software ready for data input. Click next. I'm happy with everything here. Confirm. So once we've set up the inspection, we're presented with this screen here. Gives us the reference, the client and site, the type of inspection we're doing, the engineer that is assigned, the start and end dates, and then the status. Status, you'll see, is currently set to tentative. Now this means the inspection's been set up, but this engineer, currently myself, hasn't downloaded it to his TICOR software. So we know that it's set and ready to go, it's primed, but the engineer hasn't received it yet. See, these two inspections, James and Jason, they have two inspections currently in progress. That means they have downloaded these to their TICOR software and they're currently underway, so they're inputting data. As we come further down, we can see there's another one here which is closed. This means that the inspection has been closed out on the TICOR field software by, in this case, Jason, and he's returned the inspection back into WEBCOR. So it tells us that each stage of the inspection process. And also what we've got here are a selection of 6 icons. So this one here is where we can edit the inspection. If I click that, you'll be familiar with this screen. We can click through to any one of these. Now I'm just going to come back here. We can also duplicate the inspection. I need to choose a closed one here. So if I were to choose this, duplicate inspection, this means that this would be selected for a periodic inspection. For example, if a client wants it every 3 months, 6 months or 12 months, we can click that button there. It brings up the entire inventory and we can either select all or we can select just the problems. So for example, if we find a few problems on site and the client wants us to come back and just re-inspect the problems found, then we can click the ones here. At the moment this is showing there weren't actually any problems found, but these are highlighted in colours. So if there was a problem found, then it would be a red number 1 or however many problems there were attached to that particular item. I'm not going to duplicate this one because this is a live site. I'll close that down. Now this is where we can adjust the status. So if I wanted to adjust this particular inspection, I can change that to in progress. That will now give me the ability to perform the inspection. WEBCOR has full functionality, so if I were to click this, I can go back into the inspection and I can adjust, I can add problem data, trending data, anything else. I can actually adjust all of that. So it's everything that TICOR does, WEBCOR can do as well. I'm going to click the back button here and I'm going to change this back to closed. This button here is where we generate the report from. WEBCOR actually generates the report automatically, but for any reason, if we wanted to manually generate the report, I can click that and then it gives us the ability to click or select the modules of the report that we want. So for example, if we just wanted to select the problems page, problems would be the list, fault pages would be the actual problems themselves. That report will now generate with just these items in it. Lastly, we've got a check images feature. If I were to check that, What it's doing, it's checking the inspection to check that there's no duplicate images, equipment images, no duplicate inspection images, and no missing images. Equipment images would be the digital images, inspection images would be the trending images, and missing equipment images, again, if there are missing images within the inspection, then it's a very, very quick way of finding out which ones are missing, and we can adjust it accordingly.